Our mission, helping parents heal. Let's see, I've got to find it now. Is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents to become shining light parents by providing support and resources to aid in the healing process. We go a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and evidence for the afterlife in a non-dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and allow for open dialogue. Attendance today at the Helping Parents Heal meeting is voluntary, and we are here for the benefit of learning from and sharing with other parents whose child has passed away. It is understood that our discussions are intended to be confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. However, these Zoom meetings are very healing to parents all over the world, and they are all posted on YouTube so that affiliate members who are not in our time zone can also watch. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers to allow parents to be informed about many possible ways to heal, to connect with their children, and to learn about the afterlife. The views expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect those of Helping Parents Heal, and we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. And I can say from attending many sessions with Andrea, everything that she says is definitely in alignment with Helping Parents Heal. But without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to Andrea, who never wants me to read her bio, and maybe she can tell a little bit about herself while she's doing this sound healing. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Can everybody hear that? Great. Hi, Nancy. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sherry. So nice to be with you all. I'm going to do a little sound check also in my music, just to make sure that you can hear it. Did you hear that? Yes. Okay. I can see clearly now. Well, it's really an honor and a great pleasure to be with everybody. And I find that at the end of a session, sometimes it's hard to talk or hard to remember things I might have wanted to say. So I'm going to tell you now that we are going to do a session on Christmas Eve, because Christmas Eve it's special and it's tough. Christmas Eve is there's something unique about it, about the energy of Christmas Eve. And so I just want you to know that we will do a sound session. It'll be in the afternoon, but we'll have a chance to be together. So I started meditating way back in 1992, and for about 8 years we were in silence. And it was hard. It was hard to keep my mind from moving. And about 8 years in, my teacher, who I still meditate with 32 years later, brought in the first crystal bowl. But it's my daughter in spirit who pushed me to do it publicly. We were doing it in small groups, and then Chloe passed in 2016, and she said, "Mom, you have to do this now. Bring it to other people and allow other people to have the benefit of all these healing sounds." And so I did. So I invite you now to really sit back, to be in a comfy position. You can sit, you can lie down. It's up to you. But we're going to close our eyes and take a few conscious breaths. It just means that you think about the breath as you breathe. Grief does that too. It kind of makes your breath shallow. It's interesting because I've been through the cancer journey too, and it's the same thing. It's like it grips you and you just forget to breathe. So we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe in through the nose, nice and deep, and out through the mouth. And in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And one more time, and even just 3 conscious breaths changes the way that you feel. It's funny, you know, Elizabeth talks about my bio, and I remember being an educator and a lecturer on entrepreneurship, and I used to sometimes speak to very large groups of people. And that whole life is so far behind me. But the one thing I really carried from it was the conscious breathing. Because no matter how many times you speak in front of people on a subject you know really well, you're stressed and you're nervous. And the conscious breath helped so much. And it helps now too. So whenever you find your stress overloading, just stop and remember, okay, take a breath. And sometimes that's all you need to do. So we're going to imagine now that we actually can put up our own sacred geometry, a pyramid of light. Imagine that, a 4-sided pyramid of light. We're going to put it up with our imagination. We're going to visualize this, and it's going to work for us. It's going to actually magnify, even though it's imaginary, it's going to magnify everything that we think, say, and do. And at the end, we're going to take it down. I went to that beautiful college in England, to the Arthur Findlay College, and that's where I was given this tool. I was actually given this tool as I was walking down the hallway. And one of the teachers, one of the educators said, excuse me, do you realize you have a pyramid on your hip? And that was the first I knew about the power of pyramids. And then I went to a workshop and I learned more. And now I share it every chance I get. So imagine now, in your mind's eye, that there are 4 large triangles on the ground around you. One is in the front, in front of you. One is on flat on the ground and back. One is to your left and one is to your right. And imagine that you look to the right and you pick up this first beautiful triangle, this crystalline structure, and there's light coming out of it. And this light is a magnificent deep red. And then you look to the left, and you know, it's really amazing because what you imagine to be, your cells believe. So they believe that as you put this up, this structure is really and truly around you. And the more you use it, the more you'll see all the positive benefits. So right now we look to the left and we pick up the second side, and this one, this light coming through this beautiful triangle is a deep purple. And the 2 sides meet the tips of these 3-sided meet at the top, And now the third triangle is behind you, and this one comes up, 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 and it's the softest, gentlest blue, the soft mother light blue. And the fourth side, the fourth triangle comes up in front. It needs no invitation. It wants to join the other three sides. And this one is the deep masculine gold. So imagine this, each of us is seated in a pyramid of light of our own creation. Red and purple and blue and gold and red and purple and blue and gold. And now all this light begins to move around your body, filling up the space of this pyramid. It starts at the ankles and it moves up the legs, up and around at the hips, up the torso. The neck makes its way up to the head, and when this light reaches the crown of the head, the crown opens like a vase, and down comes the light, down the head and the neck, and across the shoulders, down the arms, down the hands, and out the 10 fingers. And the light continues down the torso, down the legs, and out the soles of the feet, creating roots of light that go deep, deep into the ground. And so this grounds us. We are well and safe and protected in this space, and we are well grounded. And so now I invite you to simply follow the sound. Whenever you feel that your mind begins to wander, just come back to the vibrations. Just breathe it in. We know that energy is not limited by space, by time. So no matter where we all find ourselves geographically, even if there are slight differences in how you hear the vibrations, we feel the energy powerfully and fully. So we're going to take a few minutes now. I'm not going to talk. That's hard for me to do. I'm not going to talk. And we're going to have a really nice sound bath. Here we go. And just a moment to say, in case this is the first time that you join us, sometimes in sound, you have moments of silence. You need to have these moments because there's so much vibration and so much coming at you that you need a moment to just sit with it and feel where you feel that vibration in your body. And most of all, it's the contrast of sound and silence, just like all of life is that contrast that helps us feel the experience fully. So here we go. is music filled with grace. So we take a moment. Once again, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Open our hearts. It's the thing about grief. It is truly like an ocean. You know, it is. It's like these waves. And sometimes I'm fine for the longest time, and then something comes along. It teaches us patience, doesn't it? So sometimes when we do sound, we play that piece of music like you just heard, the Ave Maria, with melody and harmony and flow. And every time I hit a bowl, it's always with the intention to offer you what is in your highest and best good. Always. But I don't know what that is. I only follow the nudges, and you do know what it is. You know what is in your highest and best good. And when you're not sure, ask. Ask your own team, what is in my highest and best good? I'm going to play a piece of music now that doesn't have words and harmonies, but it's truly vibrational music. It's music that is tuned to the heart and to helping transmute pain into joy. Does it work? We shall see, but we're going to give it a try. This is at 396 hertz, and this music is 4 minutes and 44 seconds long. Just for that reason, it's worth playing. So here we go. It's called Liberation from Fear and Transmutation of Pain to Joy. Just breathe through it. You may not like it, but at least you'll have experienced it. This is a handmade Tibetan bowl, messy, just like the heart. And I invite you to breathe in this vibration. You know, it just helps. It helps to just bring a little bit of space, into the cells, into the mental body. Imagine you could open up the mind like these big, huge doors. You could just open them up and say, okay, what can I let go of that doesn't serve me? What can I do today to honor my child? Oh, that's a powerful one. What can I do? You know what it might be? Saying their name, talking, sharing stories. Boy, do they love that. Do they love that when we talk about them? with those gentle, gentle vibrations. These are sweet and soft. And they kind of nudge us to breathe in some peace and breathe it out. And breathe in peace and breathe peace out again. I'm reminded of a story of a young man. And if I'm feeling the nudge to share this with you, it must be because it will be of benefit to somebody who's listening. This lovely young man had cystic fibrosis, and he lived many years more than doctors had predicted. And eventually, he let his body go. And it was quite some years later, I was sitting in my apartment and he came to me. And he said, "Andrea, I want you to tell my mother that I have been in school and I have become a doctor. And guess what? We're working on a cure for cystic fibrosis. And please explain to her that I am in a position to know this illness because I lived it. And now with the team, we're working on a cure. And just a very short time ago, they developed a drug to help people with cystic fibrosis. And this drug, I can't forget, is called kafta, which is an Arabic word for a dish that he loved, a meat dish. Anyway, they called this drug kafta. There is so much more going on than we realize. And little by little, we're getting an inkling. We're learning. We're going to give ourselves a moment now and imagine that we are outside in a beautiful spot that we love. Is anywhere that makes your heart happy. And yes, there are many places, and you have many more than one. Pick one beautiful spot, and we're going to go there and be there. We're going to be very comfortably installed on a perfectly radiant, beautiful day. And as we put out that picnic blanket and this basket opens with all of the foods that we all enjoy as a family, our lovely one in spirit is going to come forth and sit and be with you. And I leave you together for 3 precious minutes. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. The key is to stay calm. Sometimes it may seem that our lovely ones are far. And sometimes it may seem that they're right here with us. And what has helped me is to let go of doubt, to use the breath gently and to open to all possibilities. And this crystal pendulum has helped to center, to stimulate the third eye, and to focus. And so we're going to end today with this pendulum. So you'll have the vibration and then a little silence, and then the vibration and a little silence. Just breathe it in and imagine opening your third eye. It really is the key, because we have to raise our vibration. They bring theirs down and we meet. And that is glorious. Breathe it in and breathe it out. And one more time. Once again, Breathe in peace. And breathe out peace. And breathe in peace. And breathe it out again. And ask for signs. Ask. They love to give us signs. They love it. Maybe this sounds crazy, but it's been my experience, and I can only share my experience. And now we imagine bringing down this pyramid of light. We bring down the gold, and then down comes the blue behind us, and the purple on the left, and the red side on the right. And all these vibrations and thoughts of peace and light will stay with you. To bring you comfort and healing and space to grieve. Our sessions go so quickly. It's like an hour passed and felt like 5 minutes. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, thank you so much for this beautiful session. This has just been wonderful as always. And I know that everyone here is thrilled to have been a part of this. I am so excited that you're going to be at the third conference. And I want to thank you again for helping me with my technical difficulties that I was having with my own audio. And I always ask everyone to unmute and say thank you and good evening to our speakers, and especially to Andrea, who gives her time so beautifully and freely. I've already scheduled the meeting for the 24th. It'll be at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 1 o'clock Central, 10 Mountain Standard, or 12 Mountain Standard, and sorry, 11 PT. I've been this has been hard to think clearly while I've been listening to the sound healing. Okay, but anyway, if you all would like to say thank you to Andrea, please go
Thank
ahead.
you, Andrea. Thank you so much. Oh, I
Thank
love your
you.
expression.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Oh, it's just so
Thank you,
beautiful.
Andrea. So
Thank
beautiful.
you.
You take care, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. Bye-bye.